addition to journaling is a day planner, and actually allocating time for different projects.
Sure.
And what is important is to start off the day right. And most people will either meditate or they'll go for a run, some type of exercise, just to center yourself, feel how the body feels. And then, you know, you have your water, you hydrate, then you have a very good breakfast. Dr. Oz and many other medical programs that are on TV or elsewhere advocate that breakfast is the primary meal of the day. That fuels how you're going to feel, how you're going to perform. And so you start off with good breakfast, and that can, you know, take you all the way through to lunch without being hungry.
Absolutely.
By having, you know, protein.
You have validated so much. I'm so glad because I've made this plan, you know, that I'm talking in anything. For example, last night, 1 in the morning, I had I love to listen to books on tape, and that's part of the way that my balance occurs, that I turn my brain off, and then I go to sleep. But it was the book completed, the book on CD that I was listening to as I fell asleep. And I like CD because it ends. Otherwise, it could go all night long, and you never know where you are, right? So at the end, then they had authors, a kind of a radio interview. It turned out the narrator of the book on CD was also a talk show host. So he interviewed the author afterward, and I could not sleep. My brain turned on again, and there was so much about it. But they talked about that a lot of the work of an author is the personal experience he's going through. So actually what we're talking about today is some of the evolution of my own personal experience. And so making it a little bit personal, thank you for validating. I had a big breakfast this morning. It's so big that I'm still not hungry. I have drunk almost 3/4 of a gallon of water today, so very hydrated. I did 75 pull-ups, 75 sit-ups, 75 push-ups, and the real workout of the day is coming later this evening. But you know, these are thank you for validating this stuff, and I feel really, really good. So part of getting focused and getting things done is also creating that overall balance in the spiritual, mental, physical, social, emotional side of your life.
Well,
but go ahead.
And the other thing is, if you are scheduling appointments and you've got appointments back to back, you've got to actually program a 15-20 minute break.
Right.
You know, do 2 appointments, take a break, then do 2 more appointments, and then take a break. This way, it gives you an opportunity to relax, do some deep breathing, maybe do some stretching, fuel your body with more water or a healthy snack.
Sure.
And the other thing is, at the end of the day, if you're very busy, people forget to exercise just before they go to bed. And that's a wonderful way of getting rid of tension. If you've been standing for long periods of time or sitting, driving, you've built up tension in your body. And if you take your lessons from animals, they're wonderful. They're such healers. And you notice before an animal gets up, it'll stretch out,
Sure.
Then it gets up, goes do a few things, and it'll stretch, and the animal will stretch before it settles down to sleep. And if you've had a very busy day, or you've been listening to those CDs that you were and your mind got very active, another great way to calm the mind is to do some meditation, or you can even go into a prayer of gratitude. No matter what your spiritual belief is just thank the day for what you learned, your opportunities.
Sure.
And when you do that, you calm the soul, the spirit, and it puts you in a nice attitude for sleep, because you get in touch with your inner core, and then you can drift off to sleep. And if you mentally program your inner alarm clock, you can actually extend your sleep. And we normally go through 4 to 5 sleep cycles, and a cycle is 90 minutes. That's why several people will wake up after an hour and a half. That's normal. And then you can just, you can stretch, do some deep breathing and go back to sleep again.
Yeah, it was great. And normally it's because of my active mind. Last night it was active listening. It was just amazing. And life-changing. I won't go into it here, but it was just absolutely great, a wonderful experience, and kind of made me realize, you know what? We had a couple of other things for the show today, and instead I wanted to talk about balancing your life so that you can focus and get things done, live in your integrity. And so I thought, you know what, having Elaine along would be very apropos. That's what she does.
Thank
We're just about to go to break. Elaine, if you could give some contact information for those that would like to work with you to balance. You work to help people balance their physical elements in many cases, but you do it holistically, and so all those 4 areas that you advocate that people get involved in.
Yeah, it's called body recalibration. I recalibrate the whole body, all systems of the body, in a very simple, easy format, and everything is custom tailored, and I can do presentations to small groups or large groups. You know, wherever people need help, I'm here to do that for them.
Just before this show, she was consulting with some NFL alumni. So she's very well connected, has had some great experiences, gets great results. What is a phone number or a website that people can meet with you?
A phone number is my cell phone, because you know, I carry that everywhere. It's 602-670-2850. Sometimes the mailbox is full, so just send me a text message through my phone. That's the quickest and easiest.
Great access.
Again, the number is 602-670-2850.
Now, if you're watching this on YouTube, keep in mind that this is Arizona Standard Time. So if you're watching it, it's 3 in the morning and it's New York. Be a little bit careful that you're not waking her up, or else she's gonna have to put on a book on CD. So to go back to sleep.
Because sometimes, you know, I do my creative writing between 12 and 3.
Oh.
Or sometimes I'll go to bed at 9 and then I'll wake up at 3 when there isn't so much electrical interference.
You bet. That's a little bit of what that author's interview that we were talking about yesterday.
But you know, there's times that, you know, I get inspired and I'm ready to go to bed and my brain's not ready to go to sleep.
Yeah.
And I have a notebook at the nightstand and I just start writing.
That's exactly what I would talk about when we come back from break. Thank you, Elaine. We're right on the same wavelength, and I'm hoping our listeners are as well. So make sure you get your pens and pencils handy, and we will teach you how to change your life in a way that makes you excited to implement that plan that's been in your head, needs to come out, whatever that is. We can help you bring that forward. So stick around, and we'll be back right after the break. This is Kurt Wilhelm, the host of The Social Universe, here on Voice America and World Talk Radio, joined by Elaine Glenna. Appreciate you joining us on the show. Definitely, I would advocate you getting in contact with her. But don't go away. We'll be right back after the break.